Welcome to the module on integrating LifeComp, ENTREComp and DigComp inequality, diversity and inclusion in the workplace. This presentation is specifically focused on how to integrate LifeComp with EDI in the workplace. The aim of this module is to provide an overview of how personal, social, and learning-to-learn competencies can foster equality, diversity, and inclusion in the workplace. By the end of this presentation, you will be able to explain how LifeComp competencies contribute to creating inclusive, diverse, and equitable work environments. To start with, we will look at the following areas: a detailed overview of the personal, social, and learning-to-learn competence framework, otherwise known as LifeComp. We will recap on the competence areas. We will consider how these competencies can be developed through professional learning and training. And finally, we will apply the key competence of personal, social, and learning-to-learn to the workplace, and in particular to areas of equality, diversity, and inclusion. An overview of the social, personal, and lifelong learning framework, otherwise known as LifeComp. Today's world is interconnected and it is changing rapidly. We all need to change and constantly adapt. LifeComp supports achieving personal fulfillment by helping individuals navigate diverse environments and build positive relationships. Social inclusion is critical for EDI, as it promotes active participation and respect for different cultures and identities. The LifeComp framework addresses a combination of knowledge, skills, and attitudes. Knowledge is composed of concepts like emotional intelligence, communication, learning strategies, and how personal and social interactions impact workplace dynamics. Skills are related to emotional regulation, communication, teamwork, problem-solving, and self-directed learning. And finally, attitudes are centered on fostering a positive growth-oriented mindset, openness to learning, resilience, empathy, and respect for diversity. LifeComp areas of competencies. LifeComp is a flexible tool that can be adapted to different learning settings and target groups, including employees and employers. It is a holistic approach to developing competencies in relation to personal, social, and learning-to-learn. The visual representation of a tree symbolizes growth and the dynamic interdependence of all competencies within this framework. Competencies and descriptors are represented in the visual metaphor. As illustrated, the tree yields buds, flowers, and fruits at the same time, suggesting a coexisting variety of different competencies, which are all at different stages of progression. Learning and training. Why is LifeComp important in an educational and professional setting? Training in social and emotional skills can reduce workplace conflict by improving understanding across different cultural backgrounds. Flexible learning strategies support diverse learning needs, ensuring everyone can contribute and grow. LifeComp Personal Development Competencies. This section is taken from the JRC Science for Policy Report, LifeComp, the European Framework from Personal, Social and Learning-to-Learn Key Competence. The personal development area comprises of 3 competencies: self-regulation, flexibility, and well-being. Self-regulation. In EDI discussions, self-regulation helps manage difficult conversations with respect and openness to different viewpoints. Flexibility. Flexibility enables employees to adjust to different cultural norms and perspectives, ensuring inclusion in decision-making. Well-being. Well-being initiatives, especially those focused on supporting underrepresented employees, can enhance workplace inclusion and satisfaction. Self-regulation. The awareness and management of emotions, thoughts, and behavior. P1.1. Awareness and expression of personal emotions, thoughts, values, and behavior. Understanding one's emotions, thoughts, and values is a key part of self-awareness and emotional intelligence. It enables individuals to regulate unwanted responses, align values with career goals, and make better decisions. Self-awareness also plays a critical role in promoting EDI by helping individuals recognize their own biases and understand different perspectives. P1.2 Understanding and regulating personal emotions, thoughts, and behavior. Self-management involves recognizing how emotions and thoughts influence actions and helps develop strategies to control them. In the workplace, this is vital for addressing EDI challenges. Being able to manage emotions in discussions around sensitive topics, like diversity, builds trust and strengthens teamwork. Delaying gratification and focusing on long-term outcomes is a key predictor of success in both academic and professional settings, especially in diverse and multicultural environments. P1.3 Nurturing optimism, hope, resilience, and a sense of purpose. A positive outlook and clear goals foster resilience and self-efficacy. In the workplace, a sense of purpose can enhance employee inclusion and identity, promoting a sense of belonging. This is essential for creating an inclusive culture, which is further supported by activities like team building and social clubs. So how does all of this apply to the modern workplace? In relation to professional training and development, the transversal skills of self-regulation cannot be overlooked. Understanding the unconscious triggers that influences behavior in a workplace is the first step towards addressing issues of equality, diversity, and inclusion. Self-management of these emotions, values, thoughts, and behavior are key towards establishing trust and reliability within teams. Establishing a sense of self and belonging in an organization is key to productivity and satisfaction within a role. Flexibility. Flexibility is typically being able to deal with ambiguity in an ever-changing world and adapting to change in a global business landscape, and is tightly connected with career planning and progression. Flexibility is deeply embedded in the adaptation to new and unexpected situations. To ensure that circumstances are reflected on and adequate strategies are put in place to mitigate any future changes. For equality, diversity, and inclusion in business management, the ability to review situations and courses of action in response to change and challenge is paramount to personal, professional, and corporate success. Flexibility involves an openness to understanding new ideas and approaches in response to change. The ability to be able to adjust to change is reflected in how we react and resolve issues in all aspects of our lives. P2.1 Readiness to review opinions and actions in response to new evidence. It emphasizes intellectual curiosity and openness to new situations. Being flexible does not indicate weakness, but rather willingness to face change. Manage fear and respond positively or negatively to feedback. In relation to EDI, managers and employees need to open themselves and business practices up to embracing change. P2.2 Adopting new ideas, approaches, tools, and actions in response to changing contexts. Flexibility also requires an openness to novel approaches and the capacity to abandon strategies that no longer work. This involves reshaping how we think about EDI and provide training for staff to ensure an inclusive workplace. P2.3 Managing transitions in personal life, work, and learning pathways. This competence involves proactively seeking opportunities, setting goals, and making conscious choices while navigating personal, social, and professional transitions. The ability to continuously learn and adapt to changes is becoming a key competitive edge in today's global society. Well-being. The third competence is well-being, which is the pursuit of life satisfaction, care of physical, mental, and social health, and adoption of a sustainable lifestyle. P3.1 Awareness of the impact of individual behavior, personal characteristics, and social environmental factors on health and well-being. This competence highlights the importance of recognizing that health and well-being are influenced by a variety of factors, including social support networks, cultural background, gender, and education levels. In an EDI context, this can be understood as the need to appreciate that different individuals may have varying health outcomes based on their diverse backgrounds and personal circumstances. Employers and policymakers must consider these factors when developing inclusive health and well-being programs to ensure equitable access and support for all, regardless of personal characteristics or social standing. P3.2 Understanding risks to well-being, using reliable information and services for health and social protection. In terms of EDI, this competence stresses the need for individuals to access and apply reliable health information while understanding the dangers of misinformation, particularly for vulnerable groups. Promoting health literacy in diverse communities ensures that all citizens, regardless of socio-economic status, ethnicity, or background, can make informed decisions about their health. Additionally, ensuring that health services and social protection mechanisms are accessible to all groups, especially those at higher risk, for example people facing unemployment, those with disabilities, or older individuals, is crucial for fostering inclusion and equity. P3.3. Adoption of a sustainable lifestyle that respects the environment and the well-being of self and others. From an EDI perspective, this competence highlights the importance of ensuring that sustainable practices are accessible to all, and that the diverse needs of different communities are taken into account. For example, access to green spaces or mental health support should not be limited by socio-economic status or geographic location. Social support systems should be designed to be inclusive, addressing the unique challenges faced by various groups. This descriptor stresses the importance and benefits for health and well-being of engaging in pro-social behaviors, offering help to others, and of being able to seek help. It is well known that receiving social support after a stressful experience reduces its negative emotional burden. In the workplace, supporting colleagues and staff is important in establishing and maintaining trust. At the same time, engaging in affiliative behaviors, those which create and reinforce cohesion in a group, and social integration and pro-social behaviors. Behaviors oriented towards benefiting others, such as helping, sharing and comforting, may mitigate the negative effects of daily stressors. Establishing and encouraging the development of a sense of belonging in a workplace is integral to reinforcing social cohesion within a professional group. Social area applied to the workplace. Being socially competent means cultivating an attitude of collaboration, respecting human diversity, overcoming prejudice, and compromising while participating in society. There are 3 competencies associated with the social area: empathy, communication, and collaboration. Empathy. Empathy is key to recognizing the unique experiences of colleagues from different backgrounds, reducing bias, and building trust. Communication. Effective communication across cultures requires being mindful of language differences and ensuring everyone feels heard. Collaboration. In diverse teams, collaboration ensures that different perspectives are respected and that tasks are shared fairly. Empathy. The understanding of another person's emotions, experiences and values, and the provision of appropriate responses. Empathy is an essential trait for management and staff. The role of empathy in management cannot be underestimated in building trust, cohesion and productivity within working groups. Empathy enables effective and meaningful communication. S1.1. Awareness of another person's emotions, experiences, and values. Understanding nonverbal cues like tone and body language is crucial for empathy, especially in diverse workplaces. This competence highlights the need to recognize others' emotions and values, fostering inclusivity by appreciating cultural and personal differences. Promoting this awareness in the workplace helps create an environment where all employees feel valued and understood, essential for EDI. S1.2. Understanding another person's emotions and proactively taking their perspective. Self-awareness is key to understanding others' experiences while maintaining emotional boundaries. In an EDI context, acknowledging diverse perspectives ensures that employees feel heard and respected. Even if their views differ, this competency encourages empathy for all, particularly marginalized groups, fostering a more inclusive workplace where differences are valued. S1.3. Responsiveness to emotions and the role of group belonging. Empathy is often stronger for those within our social circles, which can lead to exclusion of others. EDI training can address this by helping employees recognize and overcome biases, promoting empathy for all, particularly underrepresented groups. By understanding and respecting diverse values and experiences, employees can reduce group bias and foster a more inclusive workplace culture. Communication. The use of relevant communication strategies and tools, depending on the context and content. S2.1. Awareness of varied communication strategies, language registers, and tools adapted to context. Effective communication requires tailoring messages to the audience, context, and relationship. In a diverse workplace, staff need to adapt their communication style based on cultural context, using tools and language appropriate for each situation. Training in etiquette is essential for ensuring inclusive online communication, preventing misunderstandings, and promoting respectful interactions. S2.2. Managing interactions in different socio-cultural and professional contexts. To communicate effectively in multicultural settings, individuals must develop openness and respect for cultural differences. EDI-focused training can help employees adapt communication styles and recognize the influence of their own values. Flexibility in perspective can foster trust, belonging, and cohesion within diverse teams. S2.3. Listening with confidence, assertiveness, and empathy. Active listening is key to positive workplace relationships. It involves understanding the full message and being aware of how biases may affect interpretation. Managers, in particular, must ensure every voice is heard equally, creating a safe environment where all staff can express themselves, thus reducing exclusion and fostering harmony. Collaboration. Engagement in group activity and teamwork, acknowledging and respecting others. Teamwork is key to a successful work environment. Within the growing global digital business landscape, collaboration not only takes place face-to-face but is also encouraged and active online. Collaboration can help foster a sense of equality in the workplace by understanding the importance of trust, respect for human dignity and equality, coping with conflicts and negotiating disagreements to build and sustain fair and respectful relationships. S3.1. Intention to contribute to the common good while respecting diversity. This competence stresses the importance of interacting respectfully with individuals from different cultural, social, and personal backgrounds. It highlights the value of leveraging diversity by collaborating with people who may have differing values or beliefs, fostering inclusion and mutual respect in the workplace. S3.2. Building trust, respecting dignity, and managing conflicts. Conflict often arises when psychological safety is compromised. As a manager, it is essential to create an environment where staff feel safe to voice opinions or propose solutions without fear of being undermined. In terms of EDI, conflict management strategies must focus on preserving human dignity, equality, and trust, ensuring that all voices are heard and valued in problem-solving processes. S3.3. Fair sharing of tasks, resources, and responsibilities. Effective teamwork involves ensuring that tasks and resources are fairly distributed. With all members' views considered, the greater the team's capacity for empathy and understanding different perspectives, the higher the collective intelligence and success of the group. EDI considerations ensure that diverse contributions are encouraged and valued in team settings, fostering a stronger, more inclusive collaboration. Learning to learn applied to the workplace. Learning to learn is a competence that can be acquired throughout the lifespan. It is a relevant driver for change in adulthood, promoting employability and competitiveness. There are 3 competencies associated with this: growth mindset, critical thinking, and managing learning. Growth mindset. A growth mindset encourages the belief that all individuals, regardless of background, can develop and succeed in the workplace. Critical thinking. Critical thinking enables employees to challenge stereotypes, reduce bias in decision-making, and promote fairness. Managing learning. Managing your own learning includes seeking out opportunities to understand and support EDI initiatives within the organization. Growth mindset. The belief in one's and others' potential to continuously learn and progress. The growth mindset can improve equality, diversity, and inclusion in the workplace by understanding that lifelong learning is a continuous process requiring curiosity, learning to continuous improvement. L1.1 Awareness of and confidence in one's own and others' abilities to learn and improve. This competency highlights the value of perseverance, effort, and learning from failure. In an EDI context, workplaces should foster a culture of continuous learning where all staff, regardless of background, feel encouraged to grow, develop skills, and seek challenges. L1.2 Understanding that learning is a lifelong process. Openness, curiosity, and determination are essential for lifelong learning. EDI-focused workplaces should support reskilling and upskilling opportunities for all employees, promoting a culture of inclusivity where everyone can grow, regardless of their starting point or background. L1.3 Reflecting on feedback and experiences to develop potential. Learning from setbacks and negative feedback builds resilience. In an inclusive workplace, resilience is framed as an opportunity for growth, ensuring that staff can reflect on experiences without fear of bias or exclusion, enabling them to continuously improve and succeed. Critical thinking, the assessment of information and arguments to support reasoned conclusions and develop innovative solutions. L2.1 Awareness of biases and limitations when gathering information. Recognizing biases such as confirmation and availability bias helps individuals critically evaluate information. In an EDI context, promoting open communication channels and educating staff on challenging assumptions prevents misinformation and encourages inclusive, informed decision-making. L2.2 Comparing, analyzing and synthesizing information to draw logical conclusions. Critical thinking requires evaluating data and ideas logically to identify biases and arrive at sound conclusions. In business, this skill is linked to strategic decision-making. Flexibility and openness to new evidence are key components of a growth mindset, ensuring inclusive approaches in team and organizational assessments. L2.3 Developing creative ideas by combining diverse sources of information. Creativity involves questioning assumptions, solving problems, and taking calculated risks. EDI-focused workplaces encourage psychological safety, where all employees feel safe and motivated to contribute creative ideas, fostering collaboration and innovation across diverse teams. Managing learning, the planning, organizing, monitoring and reviewing of one's own learning. L3.1 Awareness of one's learning interests, processes, and strategies. Learners should understand their preferred learning methods and motivations. In an EDI context, workplaces should support diverse learning strategies and cooperative learning, creating a sense of belonging and fostering collaboration across teams. L3.2 Planning and implementing learning goals and strategies. Effective learning requires monitoring, comprehension, and adapting strategies as needed. In the workplace, staff should be encouraged to set and evaluate their learning goals, ensuring all employees have equal opportunities to grow and improve. L3.3 Reflecting on learning processes and outcomes. Reflection allows learners to transfer strategies across domains. In an EDI-focused workplace, reflection on learning should be encouraged, particularly after projects, to assess lessons learned and improve processes for future success. Synopsis. In this presentation, you were introduced to the personal, social, and learning to learn competence, otherwise known as LifeComp. All competence areas were discussed along with practical applications to the workplace. Here you can see a list of the references used throughout the presentation. These sources will assist you in researching more deeply into the EU competency frameworks. Thank you for listening. I hope this presentation has provided you with a deeper understanding of the current European competency frameworks.